Today I want to talk to you on how to develop problem-solving skills. How to develop problem-solving skills. That means we are going to be looking at how to identify, how to analyze, and how to resolve problems effectively and efficiently. Now, you and I know. Problems around us. We have problems financially, problems in our marriages, problems in our careers, problems in our businesses, problems in different things as far as life is concerned. Problems bringing up children, problems in terms of trying to identify a spouse, those of you who are not married, problems in relationships. That word problem fits in almost in every category in as far as our lives are concerned. Now, how can you effectively and efficiently solve your problems? Did you know that sometimes it requires a skill for you to actually have ability to resolve those issues or to solve those problems that you may be going through right now? Number one, and this is important, the first and foremost problem-solving skill is what I call critical thinking. This is the ability to analyze information, assess its relevance and reliability, evaluate the potential of solutions or the causes of action to take. Let me explain that in a better way, in a simplified way. The ability to go through analyzing information. When you receive the problem, when you receive the information, the problem with many people is they have a lot of haste when it comes to solving problems. They don't think through. One of the things that I know that I love doing so much is whenever I have to answer to something or whenever something comes my way, I don't rush to respond. I don't rush to respond, not unless it is something which I already have an answer for, something which I already outrightly know. You know, there's something that can come which you already know, okay, this is how you're going to do it, and we do it. But whenever I am encountered or I come to a place where I am not having a clarity of something, I like thinking through that thing. I like getting time to think through, because when you think through something, when you have what I call critical thinking about something, you will end up giving the right or the correct solution to that thing. There is nothing as bad as when you get information and within a flash of a moment or without thinking through it, you are already trying to resolve it, or you're already trying to get solutions, or you're already trying to do something about it. That's how you end up messing up. That's how you end up burning a house that you are not supposed to have been burning. That's why you end up burning relationships that you're not supposed to be burning. Why? Because you have not taken time to think through and analyze the information that you're getting. So the first skill that you need to develop, and I pray that you hear me well, is the skill of critical thinking. The ability to think through things. The ability not to just do things without thinking. One of the worst things you can do to yourself is when you take steps without thinking through. We have a story in the Bible of a young man by the name of Esau. He had a twin brother called Jacob. And the Bible says this Esau comes from the fields. He's hungry and he's desiring to eat. And the Bible says when he comes before Jacob, his brother who was in the kitchen cooking, he finds Jacob cooking some nice meal. And he is so attractive and so nice. He says, please, I am so hungry. I'm about to die. Please give me something to eat. And Jacob, because he was a smart boy, he starts conversing with him to see how desperate he is for the food. And the man carelessly, without thinking through, he says, I'm so desperate, I'll die. Please, you ask for anything. As long as you give me the soup, I can give you anything. And the brother says, oh, you can give me anything. That means you can also give me your birthright. Yes, take it. It's all yours. And he's going, he's eating and he's eating. Only to find later on that he had actually messed up when he gave away his birthright. He did not think through. Somebody asked him a question, he did not take time to think. The problem of answering questions without thinking, you will always get the wrong solutions. You will always resolve them in the wrong way. And at the end of the day, you end up messing the whole thing. So the first thing is that you must have something called critical thinking. I cannot overemphasize that. You have to think through things before you respond to those things. Some people have entered into financial crisis because they did not want to engage their thinking. Some people have entered into some crisis in their family marriage issues because they did not want to engage their thinking. They spoke too fast before they engaged their brain. They spoke too quickly before they engaged their mind in thinking through some particular situations. You kill because you never thought. You have to stop that. The second thing, this is so important when you're talking about how to resolve problems or the skills to resolve problems. The second skill is the skill I call the skill of creativity. In other words, learning how to think outside the box, coming up with ideas that are innovative, coming up with ideas that are problem solving. Some people get into problems, and instead of coming with innovative ways of solving the problem, they come up with more problems to add on the problems. So the problem plus the problem becomes problems double, or problem squared. Listen to me. You have to have a mind that is creative whenever you encounter a problem before you. You have to allow your mind to start thinking in a creative manner. You need to start thinking out of the box. Not every problem is solved the same way. Some problems are solved by something which is out of the norm, out of what you are expecting, out of what you are used to. And for that reason, you must be willing and you must be ready to actually go out of the box and start asking yourself, how can I really resolve this problem? Don't do it the way people do it in your family. Don't do it the way people do it in your community necessarily. Don't do it the way people do it in your village, because sometimes there are some things we people say, according to our customs, according to our ethnic group, according to our this and according to our that, this is how it is done. It is not always done that way if you're willing to actually think out of the box. No wonder you have done it the same way and no problem has ever been solved, or that problem has never been solved, because you're using the same old methods, the same ways, and those same ways have not taken you anywhere. Some people are suffering a lot of poverty today and lack of money because they are trying to solve the problems in the same old ways, and they are solving in the ways that have not been working, and they are still insisting that they need to use the same ways, a way that has not worked, and you still want to use the same way. What manner of foolishness is that? Not every problem is solved once like that. Some problems need to be solved in bits. They need to be broken bit by bit, because by breaking bit by bit, you are able to actually do it. So you have to be analytical. Don't try to swallow everything in one swallow or in one spoon. No, sometimes you need to take sips. If you have a cup of tea that is very hot, you don't take the whole hot tea and go, it will burn you. It will burn you seriously. Some problems, when they come to you, you need to know how to take them in sips. Deal with them systematically, because depending on the magnitude of the problem, it is how you decide how you are going to approach it. Don't approach problems just like that. When it's a problem, you're just boom, you're on it, and you're boom, and you're thinking you're doing it. No. Sometimes you need to be analytical. Sometimes you need to step back a little bit, look at the problem, and ask yourself, which way should I approach this problem? Which angle should I approach this? If it is an argument between you and your spouse, you sometimes need to sit back when they are saying some things. Watch before you respond, because if you respond and they have released something heavy, and when you release yours, things become explosive. Things go haywire. Things go bad. Why? Because you did not take time to analyze. You must have an analytical mind. It is actually a skill. Analyze things. Don't think critically. That's the first thing. Then have an analytical mind, and then be creative as you're dealing with those problems. You see, all problems can be solved, because there is no problem on this planet that does not have a solution. The worst thing you can do with a problem is when you have a problem and you decide to throw it under the rug, or you decide to ignore it, because there are people who have that kind of a habit. You have a problem that is before you, but you decide to close your eyes. Did you know closing your eyes does not mean you have been hidden? Like I remember when we were small children, you would come, you are a small boy, and you'd close your eyes like this, and by closing your eyes like this, you are thinking you are not being seen, because as long as you can't see, there are people who are around you cannot see you. You do that, you are in trouble, my friend. You don't solve problems by closing your eyes. You don't solve problems by throwing them under the rug. You don't solve problems by trying to hide away from the problems. You solve problems by confronting them, being there with them, and then making very, very sound decisions that are based on what you know, decisions that are based on the possible outcomes and the possible risks in as far as that problem is concerned. You see, the thing is, whenever you handle problems, whenever you confront problems, you will always get answers for those particular problems. You must become a decision maker. Don't hide away. Husbands, if you need to make a decision for your family, for your problems, go ahead and make a decision. A decision is better than silence. A decision is better than silence. When you say we are going to do something, at least you are giving some form of direction. You are giving some form of way of handling that particular thing. The other thing about the skills of problem solving is flexibility. You must be flexible, my friend. You must be adaptable, and you must be willing to make changes where there is necessary. You must be willing to listen when you're being talked to. You must be willing to receive good advice when people give you good advice. You must be willing to hear what the people say in as far as that thing is concerned, because maybe the problem is there simply because there is something you don't know, or something you did not understand, or some information that you're actually missing. Not all problems can be solved by you alone. If you are married, engage your spouse in solving some of the problems. If you are having colleagues at work, engage some of the people there. Engage someone who is actually an expert in that particular field. Engage people, members in your church, co-parishioners or co-members in your church, or whatever it is, or you get somebody somewhere, collaborate with them, and guess what? You will actually get solutions to your issues. And then finally, you must be persistent. You must persevere. Now remember, we are talking about skills of solving problems. You must have the right attitude at all time. Attitude can actually cause you not to get the right solutions for your problem. If you have the wrong attitude is the worst thing that you can work with. Because sometimes when you have the wrong attitude, it blocks and clogs your way of thinking. It blindens you from seeing things. Attitude is so crucial that you must always maintain a positive attitude in everything. As you govern yourself through issues, you must maintain a positive attitude, and an attitude of knowing that the solution will be found. When you have the right attitude, at the end of the day, what happens is that it also builds your faith. You have faith that for sure, whatever it is that I'm going through right now, I am definitely going to come out of it victoriously. I'm going to succeed. I'm going to achieve. I am actually going to do the right thing, and I'm going to achieve what I need to do, and I'm going to get the right solution because I am having the right attitude. I'm having the positive attitude. I am having faith, and above all, I have perseverance, and I'm persistent in that which I'm doing. You see, problem with problems is that problems cause a lot of pain. Problem with problems is that problems cause a lot of pain. But guess what? As much as problems cause a lot of pains, if you have perseverance, and then if you are using the things that I've just talked to you here, the truth of the matter is that pain will be turned around, and it will become a joy. It will be something to rejoice, or to be excited, or to be happy about. It will be something to celebrate about, because you will have a solution that will cause you to achieve that which you want to achieve. You can solve problems. All you need to do is apply some of these skills that I'm mentioning in this video. And when you apply them, I tell you the truth, you will see such a big difference in as far as your problems are concerned. I love you guys. Thank you so much for listening today. Now, do me a favor. Please subscribe if you are listening for the first time. And by the way, right down here, there is a comment area. Write for me there and say, I have subscribed. Let me know that you have actually gone ahead and subscribed, and I'll appreciate it. Otherwise, let's meet in the field of the millionaires. And remember, I am here every day, Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. Don't miss out on the videos. God bless you. I love you, and see you in the next video. Bye-bye.